Hey everybody, so talking now about the next dosha, which is Kapha. Kapha is excess earth and excess water. So if we think of characteristics of water and earth, it's dense, it's dull, it's sticky, it can be cool, it can be moist. It's static though too, right? So a lot of kappas are very, very loving creatures, like just that loving creature that just can sit there all day and like sort of snuggle up with everybody, nice to balance kappa. But kappas have a tendency to be obese, to be overweight, because they're like attracts like, right? So eating more heavier foods, they're attracted to those heavier, slower, oilier foods. Kappas are oily, so they might not have as many wrinkles. They might be like really oily skin, really oily hair, just a whole oily body. So what we want to try to do is warm them, get them activated, get you guys activated, get you guys moving a little bit more. So spicier foods to get the digestion moving more. Because when we have that slower, heavier nature and we eat all of the slower, heavier mucus forming foods, such as heavier meats, as an example, and dairies, then it sort of slows us down and pushes us down into more of sort of that stagnant, still dull, sticky, stuck state. So with the sort of diseases of a kapha would be things like very mucus forming diseases. So where you get bronchitis, sinus congestions, obesity, like I said, lots of colds and lots of flus if they're in balance. This is all if they're in balance. Different allergies, asthma, lymphatic system dysfunction. So the lymphatic system, when our vatas and our pittas are the movers, are the doers all the time, it gets those lymphs moving up to the lymph nodes and it can sort of flush everything out and through. But if we're a kapha and we're more steady, more stagnant, the lymphatic system needs to flush from movement or lymphatic massage or body brushing, and they might not do things like that. But those types of things would be wonderful, would be great to do. So how can we balance? I said a few things already. There are lots of things to do, but an activating breath is a perfect. So like a warming breath. So just kind of taking a few, just some simple breaths of joy can help us to lift ourselves out of this stagnation. So is that a word? I don't know. Sounds like it. So let's go with it. So again, lots of fun. Kappas. Notice if you might be that. If you might be that sort of heavier, more stagnant, slower. They're much, much slower. It's awesome because they say that my dad is a total kapha. My dad's total kapha. So is my middle daughter. She is as well. But it's just not a whole lot bothers them. Not a whole lot phases them. So that's friggin' awesome, right? They have a lot less mental disorders, a lot less, their mental health is generally more spot on, more good, unless they go very off balanced and get very obese, and then there's other issues, of course. But that being all said, maybe you can think of who's a kapha, who's a pitta, who's a vata now. And there are definitely a lot of people who you're like, I'm not really sure, because they fall into 2 categories a lot, or they fall into 3 categories a lot. And then you have to take a lot of extra special care, especially within those seasons and those times of day. But don't worry about it. So many more videos on the way. See you later. I was going to say have an awesome day, but well, I'll say that too. Have an awesome day. See you later.